Tunde Ayeni cries out that his former sweetheart, Alago, has threatened to release private photos until our demands are met. Hello everyone, you're so much welcome. Yoruba we say, Ìjà ní gbẹ̀yìn àlè. This is a classic example of how once upon a time a lovey-dovey, hidden romantic relationship blew out in the open as Tunde Ayeni was dating one of his subordinates, and they had a hot, sizzling, romantic, exquisite romance that, where they were ready to carry on. They started frolicking, he started protecting her, got her everything, and she was living the soft life baby girl lifestyle that a lot of women who want to aspire to date wealthy bosses of theirs or married men will always crave for. Hello everyone, you're so much welcome. Nigerian businessman and former Skybank chairman Tunde Ayeni has refuted claims made by Abuja-based lawyer Adaobi Alago regarding the paternity of her daughter Omarusa. As reported, Ayeni alleges that he is being subjected to blackmail and extortion amidst the ongoing dispute. In an affidavit submitted to the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Ayeni claims that Adaobi deceived him into believing he was the child's father. He further asserts that she manipulated a DNA test to support her claims and has since revoked any prior consent for the child to bear his name. Like I said, when their relationship was hot, Adaobi was living the fly girl life. But definitely the woman at home was not having it at all. She was depressed, she was unhappy, she was affected, and of course it will happen. When your man decides to give his attention to another woman outside, no matter how smart the man is, it's going to affect you, the woman in the house. And the woman in the house is not taking it. In fact, there was a voice note flying around where Tunde Ayeni's wife gave tough tongue lashing to Adaobi that go and look for the father of your baby. My husband is a responsibly married man and is not the father of your baby. You want to come and reap where you've not sown? When a Yoruba woman is saying those kind of words, go do in English. Yoruba lo ti dun. So she gave it to Adaobi very, very hot. Now, Adaobi is a lawyer, so she understands the law and she's using the law, well, in her own defense. In a response through her legal representative, Adaobi maintains that Ayeni is the biological father of her daughter Omarusa and they are legally married. We saw a video flying around sometimes last week when the bride price of Adaobi was returned to from Ayeni's family to Adaobi's family. Now that shows that, come on, there was a bride price paid. And in Igbo culture, when a woman has a child for you and you do not pay the bride price, you do not claim that child. So definitely there was a common interest of being together and accepting that they had the child together. So the paternity tests have been flying. And from what we saw, it says Ayeni is 99.999999% the father of Omarusa, the baby. But Ayeni is still saying, no, let me get the pikin. Now, for him to return the bride price, mean he doesn't want anything to do. That doesn't want anything to do with Adaobi. Doesn't want to have anything to do with the baby, and the baby should cease bearing Omarusa Ayeni. Pé bàbá gbogbo ayé sọ wípé àwọn ọmọ yẹ ọmọ tí àwọn bí. Our lawyers argues that the traditional marriage rites, including the payment of the bride price, were properly conducted and documented on video as proof. Meanwhile, Ayeni's legal representative have called for a comprehensive investigation, describing the situation as an act of criminal blackmail and extortion. They claim that Adaobi has threatened to release private and compromising photos of Ayeni to the public in an attempt to pressure him. I'm going to quote, "In a desperate bid to maintain an illusion of a relationship with Ayeni, Adaobi has allegedly resorted to blackmail, threatening to release compromising private photos of the businessman to the public. Following the end of their relationship and Ayeni's rejection of paternity, he reportedly issued a 6-month quit notice to Adaobi and her mother, demanding they vacate the promises he had provided for them. They can't kóra wọn kúrò, Adaobi àti ìyá ẹ̀ àti ọmọ tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn. However, following the breakdown of their engagement and entanglement and the confirmation that Ayeni is not the father of Alago's child, he severed all ties with her and in a gentlemanly manner issued a quit notice to both Alago and her mother, giving them a 6-month notice to vacate the premises. One is in Aso Estate and the other one is on Joy Ahigbe Road. So kò tún ṣe ilé ẹyọ kan, bóyá ó fún ìyá nílé kan, ó fún Adaobi nílé kan. Ṣé o kò tí fẹ́ bá ń gbóná tó wó dẹ̀ wà, ọkùnrin á fi owó ṣe kíni, á fi mọ ẹni tí ó ń bá ṣe làgàlàgà. As the deadline approaches, Ayeni's legal team alleges that Adaobi has intensified her threat to release private images unless her demands are met. Pé ìwọ má ní má rò pó sán lórí. Tó bá ní kí n kúrò nílé, kí ìyá mi kúrò nílé tó fún wa, tó rà fún wa. Mo máa ṣe kíni, mo máa release gbogbo àwọn pictures mi tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tí ẹ̀ dẹ̀ máa ta ni. With the expiration of this deadline fast approaching, Adaobi has allegedly resorted to threats, vowing to leak private images in an attempt to coerce Ayeni into allowing her continued occupation of the property, the legal team noted. Chatiri pé ó ní agbára. So it's always tricky, you know. Some women get away with it when they decide to marry a married man. It's always very interesting and beautiful at the beginning, most of the time, with emotions, butterflies in the tummy, love rolling, care, love, attention, especially when the money is even heavy, you know. And Adaobi in her own right, like I said, she's a lawyer. She also has her own thing going for her, but of course, she has enjoyed the largesse of Tunde Ayeni. But Tunde wa sọ pé òun ò fẹ́ nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. People are saying, ṣé oògùn ni Adaobi Alago yìí lò ní tí Kayamata wa expire tó wá ká lójú ọ̀nkú? Some people even said she has videos, of course, of it was a lovely relationship that was sweet. She alleged that Tunde Ayeni was even there when she was birthing a child in America. Yes, you heard me right. Wọ́n ló lọ bímọ sí America. Bàbá dẹ̀ tẹ̀lé lọ, ó dẹ̀ wà níbẹ̀. Àwọn kan sọ wípé it is the àdúrà of Mrs. Ayeni that is in the house. Pé Olúwa, 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 ọmọbìnrin tó fún dalé mi rú, jẹ́ kí òun àtọkọ mi kọjá túká. It could be. So, life is complicated. A lot of times, life is complicated. And when it comes to the game of love, whether you are the woman in the house or you are the side chick becoming the second wife, there are always things you need to put in your mind that it's working now. What if it does not work? How would you be able to go separately and amicably without all this dragging? Because that baby girl, Omarusa, according to what we saw online, you can Google it, the DNA test is online. How would a baby feel when she grows up and she Googles her name and she sees her own birth certificate and all the dirty stories of how her father and her mother allegedly are having issues on her paternity? A lot of us parents, we've traumatized our children already. It's just for them to go on Google and all the news about we, their parents, and all the rubbish we've gotten involved with. Can't we do it in a way that we don't have to wash our dirty linen in public? Even for the man, our motive about Tunde Ayeni ti bí tẹ́lẹ̀ gan, this is rubbish. And this is a story for men. Once you don't control your laga, and the one in the house is not enough for you. Look at the woman in the house now fighting blindly. Pọkàn nǹkan ló ní, ṣọ́kọ̀ laga ni. Ṣọ́kọ̀ accept pé òun lòun lọ́mọ ni. But you know we women, when we want to stay, we stay and take all the rubbish. It is fine. She's the woman in the house. She cannot afford for the dynasty to fall because she was the one there from the very beginning. And she cannot let come on, let's say toothpick come, the way we use it. I'm not referring to Adaobi to come and scatter her home. So Sherry pé Thomas sọ wípé ìjà nígbẹ̀lì àlè nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ gangan lélẹ̀. Ẹ bá drop comment sí comment section. Kọ́lọ́hún kọ́ wa mọ̀ ṣe ká fọgbọ́n ṣayé. Ire o.